What's your anticipation level for heading back to a very familiar place?
Yeah, that was home for 4 years, but I'm wearing new colors now, so it's going to be a fun environment. I'm looking forward to just seeing some of my old teammates because those were bonds that were really, really special. But I'm ready to take it to them. Like we're not gonna mess around, and it's just gonna be a fun weekend, and hopefully escape some of the rain.
Have you been texting or chatting with any of them this week?
I have. Yeah, I'll plan to meet up with them, get coffee or ice cream at some point.
Any trash talk, or is it just all kind of fun at this point?
Oh, it's all love. I mean, of course, there'll be some trash talk for sure, but it's underlined in love. It's not that serious.
Have you talked to India about what it's like going against the former school? She just did that a couple days ago, but obviously last year as well, kind of what that experience is like.
Yeah, I haven't talked with her, but like we all talk about it in the locker room, and we just kind of rallied around her, because that is her old school. So it's like we do this for each other. And I mean, Kelly just said it. He's like, this one's for Ken and Tay. So I have my teammates to have my back in that, and it'll just be a fun team win. I mean, we're planning to win. So.
Going back to early in the fall,
Yeah.
when you first got here, the coach was talking about how one of the things you're going to bring here is the toughness that obviously was emblematic of when you were at ASU. They are still very much that way, and so is Arizona. Mm-hmm. One of the things that has been true about this program before you even got here was that they were softer, that if you wanted to beat them, you wanted to beat them up. How have you helped make this team a little bit tougher, and do you think you guys are tough enough to handle a weekend where these two teams just want to beat you up?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, we've proven that we can be a tough team, and I think that's changed this year. I mean, we're best when we're just pressuring, like getting in passing lanes. I mean, our offense drives off of our tough defense. So that's not a concern for us. We've handled pressure before, we've handled toughness, and I think we know how to combat that with our own athleticism and grit. So it'll be a good test for sure, but we're ready for it.
You didn't play with Skinner, but what have you seen from her on tape that makes her that good for them?
Yeah, she's aggressive guard, hits shots, like gets to the rim. So, we're dialed in. We're gonna be ready, and yeah, we're gonna be ready for anything.
How do you explain your three-point percentage improvement this year? 15 percentage points up from last year, 10 percentage from a couple years ago. This year's your previous career high. What's been the difference?
It's been 10 years in the making. Like it doesn't just happen bang over a year. And I mean, my goal is to improve that shooting percentage each year, and that's hours in the gym. It's more of a mental shift now. Like last game, I just came in like dialed in, ready to shoot every time I caught the ball. And so when I go in with that mentality and confidence, I know the reps that I put in here are going to pay off. And I think that's what has added to the percentage increase.
That is also just your roles being different. So much of it now is catch and shoot, maybe more open looks, as opposed to over there where maybe you were initiating more, maybe more difficult looks.
Both roles have been similar. Like I am a shooter here, but I also am shooting pull-ups, and I get to the rim. I'm running in transition, and over there, my role went from strictly a shooter, like my freshman, sophomore year, to then junior year was I was able to put the ball on the ground a little bit more, and then senior year be a 3-level scorer, and that's why. Kelly recruited me here because he saw that I can be a threat from all levels, but the 3-point line is my specialty.
Building off of that, just what way do you feel like in your game that you've grown the most since you've come from Tempe to Eugene?
Yeah, we play a very fluid motion here. Everyone's gonna get touches on the ball and have to create and score in different levels. So I think my game has grown to be able to score within the arc as well instead of just beyond. But coming off of ball screens, that was something that we didn't do at Arizona State. That was just not within our offense. And so now I'm using ball screens, having to make reads and dump to the post or like see the weak side. And I feel like my basketball IQ has grown tremendously that way.
And building off of that, you had one of your best games like last game. How does that feel, like going into your old stomping grounds, like coming off a really great game? How does that help your confidence?
Oh, huge. My shot's feeling good right now, and I want to keep it that way. And so that was just a huge confidence booster just going into this weekend, where I know there's going to be more emotion for sure, and that's natural. But I know my teammates have my back, and we're just going to play hard, and I'm going to control what I can control. And in the end, we'll hopefully come out victorious in that, and it'll be a fun weekend.
You certainly had your own rivalry with Arizona when you were at ASU. This certainly became a thing the last year or so here as well. How much as a player do you embrace that part of the game? That there is animus between players, between programs, between coaches.
It's huge, and it makes the game so fun. I mean, that's why the Pac-12 is the best conference in the country, because game after game, it's intense, and there's built-in rivalries, even though we're both like out of different states. But that has been a rivalry for my last 4 years, and here it's very strong. So we're going to take it to them. They have a great environment down there as well, with awesome fans. It's going to be loud. It's going to be intense. We're both going to be more aggressive probably than normal. So it should be fun.
Just based on your experience playing there for so long and now playing here, you talk about the environment. What would you say the biggest difference is between the environment, the fans, all of that?
Well, I remember coming here and playing, and it's not easy. So I am so thankful that the fans are on my side now, because they're absolutely amazing. We have something really, really special here, and the fans truly love us, whether we have a good game or not a good game. They're just always supporting and make it so loud and hard for the other team. But Arizona, again, they pack the house as well, and have a very similar crowd. So we know what to expect. We've played in our environment here, and so I like to kind of turn it in my head, like when you're on the court. First of all, I don't really hear a lot when you're dialed in, but of course on a big hype play, you just hear it all and you want to take it all in. But when we go over there, it's flip it. They're actually cheering for us, even though they're not. But that's just a little fun mind game that can decrease the nerves. Mm-hmm.